throngs on this leads. But leaving plenty of that dark underneath there, really important. Now there's a couple of spots there where I don't feel I've got it light enough, so I will come in and lighten some of those up. Put some of that green out on its own too. Don't be afraid to pop it out on its own there, like so. Do feel as though, yeah, we do need to get some lighter value in there as well. But we'll do that in a moment. That one needs to come in front. Okay. Get in there. Get in there. Okay, I want to get some bushes into the land area here, so I'm getting that same mix of cadmium yellow and phthalo blue. Get a touch of white in there. Okay, plenty of the cadmium yellow in there, and let's just use that dab technique with the 1-inch brush. Let's just get some bushes around the feet of these trees here. Don't cover the feet of them completely, of course, but get some in there like so. Because on these little tropical islands you will find grasses growing up to the edge of the water, like that. They're always nice and colourful. Get in some brighter yellow in a few spots. Okay, and let's have a look at our water there. Going to take our palette knife and just run it into some of this white here. Okay, and just underneath the other side here where the sand is, just put in some little indications of some waves and things. So these little touches that can really help to finish off a painting. Gentle is always best. Add on the horizon there. Some breaking waves. Okay. A bit more of that white. And then we just want to pick out a few spots here where we might have some waves rolling in, like so. And you know, this is really beginner sort of approach. If we were doing a more advanced approach, we would probably use some other techniques. In fact, why don't I show you some of the other techniques we might use. I'm just going to take a flat brush. You could use the fan brush. I find the flat brush is a good one to do this with. But I'll take titanium white with a flat brush. I've just loaded up a good amount of the white on there. And what I'm going to do is just going to roll it in like so. Just in a rolling motion. Okay, and that looks like a wave now coming into the shore. Very simple to do, you know, and quite effective. Now again, every technique I'm showing you in this DVD is really beginner. level, never painted before or just getting started with the wet on wet technique. There's always more advanced ways to do everything, of course. Those of you who have been painting for a while will realise. Now what we want to do is just not have, don't have it all in one line like that, a flat line with that wave, because it just won't look right. Okay, we need to break it up. See, I've just gone and added up a bit of paint up into there, just to break that up. Now I'm going to get a little bit of phthalo blue with white in here, and I'm just going to run some of that, not enough white, just run some of that in to this area here. It's a little bit dark there. Okay, so now it looks like we've got some waves crashing into the part of the island that we're standing on. Very good. Now what else do we need there, I wonder? I do like the way this is all working. It's all looking a bit misty around here. I'm not going to do anything else in that area. Our clouds are probably just looking a little bit underdone. What we can do with our clouds now is come back just in a few areas at the top and just give them a bit more volume, but with a bit more paint there. Not in the bottoms, but in the tops there. There's a little bit of yellow in that. Just what we want to capture that sun line. Don't get too close to there, because we don't want the eye to be, we don't want the cloud to compete too much with the palm tree. Okay. Now I need a clean brush. I haven't been cleaning them enough as I go. Give it a bit of clean, and we'll go with that swirling motion again just to soften it up a little. There we are. Okay, I think that's starting to come along nicely. Just going to go back now to this wave, and what I want to do is just get a little bit of colour into it. You don't want a pure white wave. They never come that way. They're always impacted by the sky above them, and they're just never quite pure white. So rather than covering it all, I'm just going to, just in a few spots, just get a bit more volume into the shape of the wave in just a few spots. Okay. I'll leave that little bit there because it's got like a bit of a highlight on it. Colour's getting just a little bit muddy there. You want that rolling over shape of your waves as well. Okay, I don't know if I actually made that any better there. I think I might have made it worse, so I'll give that brush a bit more of a clean. And I'll go into the white paint there. That looks a bit better. So you've got these waves starting to roll into the shore there. Like so. Getting in some other white water there, because it won't just be perfectly blue leading up to the embankment. In fact, it's probably going to be a lot wider than it will be blue, so I'll just get that in there. There we go, that looks better. What else can we do in there? We could put a couple of little sailboats in there off in the distance if you wanted to. The way I would do that is I would take a little script liner brush like this one here and dip that in the thinner into the white paint. Okay, so I've got a nice big glob of the white paint there, probably too much. Okay, and then I would just create the mask like so. And a bit of an indication there of a boat. It's usually going to be a couple of them, so we'll paint in a couple of them. They could even be windsurfers. A couple of little boats like there. And I think what we need to do is just give them a bit of a additional colour there. Put one in blue, one in red. And that colour I put in there just a little bit too strong. Clean off the brush. And let's just pick up some white. Just work over that colour a little bit just to soften it out. Okay, happy with that. That just sort of softened it back out a little because it was just a little bit too bright, I felt. Now, I've rented a yellow ochre, cadmium yellow, but I'll just grab that. Touch more of that on the palette. Okay, just thought it might be nice just to get a, it's not going to really show up, maybe the yellow ochre could be better. Yeah, that's what I'm after, yeah. Just some different variety in the colour of the bushes there. Just picks out that corner a little bit more. And a couple of other little touches. I think on those palm trees up there, definitely want to get a bit brighter, so I'm going to go into almost pure cadmium yellow. And just in a few spots where the sun might be catching. If you always keep that in mind, where's the light catching? See how it's just pick that right up? Okay, I think that's made that whole palm tree area really start to glow now, and that's what's really standing out in this painting. is that palm tree area for sure. Okay, couple of other little touches you might want to put in, you might not, but while we're going we may as well have a look at it. I always tend to, I have a tendency to pop in some posts where boats might moor themselves up. Might be part of an old jetty or something. So I'll pop in a couple of old posts like so, and then with the script liner brush I'll come in and I'll just work my way down one side of them to lighten them up a bit. Okay. Now it's a bit of a stormy looking sea, so you're probably not going to get much reflection into the water, but what you are going to get is definitely going to get a bit of a disturbance in the water there. Maybe some waves splashing around it. It just sort of fills out that corner, gives somewhere for people to tie up their boats when they get back to shore. And you know, overall I think that's a good little painting. Great little painting that you can do at home. It's a really beginner approach using the wet on wet method, you know, Bob Ross and Bill Alexander, but with our own sort of little touches here and there. And have a go at this one, and I think you'll find it pretty easy to do. I've used a variety of the wet on wet techniques and some other things that we're thrown in, like using the flat brush to roll those waves in and so on. Play around, have a go, and let me know how you go. Drop by our website at moreartschool.com and email us your photos of how you've gone with this painting. I'd love to see them. Until next time, happy painting.